Wellness Wednesday on a Thursday for the first time ever. Yesterday I was travelling all day long and I just didn't get a chance to jump live and do my wellness tips for you Wednesday. So it's coming to you today instead. And today I am going to cover sort of what I do as a healthy morning routine, but hopefully go over a few suggestions that might help get you started productively too, because we find, I mean, there have been numerous studies that show that if we start our day off productively and we're not being reactive to other people's messages, social media scrolling, reacting to the news and what we're hearing, then it just allows our brains to just become more focused and more productive on the activities that essentially are going to either bring us success, bring us happiness, bring us peace of mind. And I really truly believe that when you start your day off with a healthy routine, it makes a massive difference to your productivity and just your overall energy throughout the day. Now, what my routine is may not work for you specifically, because I have probably a different, I'm a different individual to you. I work for myself at home. I'm a single parent, so every decision that I take lands on my shoulders. I don't, there's nobody else I need to confer with. And my schedule is very free. I tend to prioritize, if I have appointments in the day, I tend to put them after 10 o'clock so that I can get my workout routine done or my morning routine done before I actually have to talk to clients and get on with my daily business related stuff. However, when I have to get up early because I've got things going on in the day, I make sure I get up super early and I still do my morning routine. So my morning routine does shift from time to time. Normally starts around about sort of 5 to 5:30 in the morning, but that can shift sometimes depending on how the day is panning out. But it's just so important that you find what works for you too. I'm constantly experimenting. At different stages of my life, I feel like I need to focus on different things more, give different aspects of it probably more focus. But it pretty much is essentially the same. I just might be spending a little bit more time on some of the elements in my morning routine. So first of all, what I do is I refuse to I don't scroll social media. I don't turn on the news, whether that's on the television or the radio. I wake up, thank you for the hearts, you guys. And, your messages are so kind, thank you. I wake up and I give thanks that I've woken up alive. Because there's so many people in the world, like this morning, who haven't woken up alive. And I am already on a win streak because my eyes woke up. I've got 2 arms that work. I've got 2 legs that work. I've got all my fingers and toes, be it 2 of my toes are joined up on both feet because I've got webbed toes. It's like I'm a frog. But I think if you can start your day off with gratitude, you're on a winning streak already. So I literally take a few deep breaths and I just give thanks. And I give my dogs and sometimes I've got 2 cats on the bed, sometimes just 1 cat. I give my furry friends a quick stroke and then I'm out of bed. First thing I do is I get downstairs and I pour a pint of water, and I have that. So I have a pint of water out the tap. Then I top it up with hot water, and then I also add the juice of half a freshly squeezed lemon into it, because Ayurvedic medicine would suggest that, and also loads of other stuff, masses of other research and studies that I've read all point to the benefits of drinking warm water in the morning. And it's better if you can add lemon, because lemon's full of vitamins, it's full of minerals. The pectin in lemon juice will help to curb your hunger cravings as well. And it just, essentially, the warm water allows your digestive system to sort of get kick-started, stimulates the bile production in the liver. It helps us to detoxify. While you might think lemon is acidic on the outside of the body, that's true. But once you take it inside, it becomes more alkaline. And although our bodies will always find the balance between acidic and alkaline, and we need to be in a specific area of that, people say eating an alkaline diet makes your body alkaline. It doesn't, but it just reduces the stress that your body and the energy that your body has to give out in order to find that balance. So if you're, most of our diets tend to be overly acidic. So tea, coffee, meat, alcohol, sugar, processed foods all make our bodies more acidic. Raw vegetables, lemon juice, water all may help to make us more alkaline. So if you're giving your body a head start, then all the better. It's got energy to do more important things instead of trying to correct that acid alkaline balance. So first of all, I give thanks. Second of all, I drink a large glass of water, and my pint it's a proper pint glass full of water and the juice of freshly squeezed lemon. If you don't like lemon, you can always add lime if that's something that you prefer. You might need the whole juice of a lime instead of the half a juice of a lemon, because limes aren't quite so juicy and they're not quite so large. And if lemon still is not quite up your street, try adding some turmeric powder to it. Turmeric is also anti-inflammatory, antiviral, antibacterial, so you can actually make like a lemon and turmeric tea, which is probably going to be even better for you than just lemon juice and water. I love lemon. For me, it's refreshing. It also gets me off my craving for an early morning coffee. And we probably all drink more coffee than we should do. I try and restrict it to one a day, maybe one and a small one. 1.5. But lemon water helps me kick my coffee habit too, so that's always good as well. After that, I sit on my step of reflection, which is literally my crappy old step near to my front door. And whether it's pitch black outside, if it's in the middle of winter, I just wrap up warm. If it's sunny like a day like today, I sit on my step and I just listen to the birds and the wind in the trees. And if it's pouring with rain, I sit just inside the step so I don't get pelted with rain, but I just sit there and I absorb the expanse of the universe, if you like. For me, nature is everything. I love being outside in nature. I just have that fresh air, the sound of the birds, and just connecting with sort of Mother Earth for me is it just soothes my soul. And I'm not a great meditator. I have a really busy brain. I find guided meditations really helpful, but I tend to do those at night before I go to bed. So for the morning, for me, I find it more soothing just to be outside in nature and connect that way. So that is that's my kind of meditation moment. I probably spend 5, 10, maybe even 15 minutes doing that, depending on where I'm at in my life. At the moment, I'm a bit discombobulated. I've had a lot happening. I've not been very well either. Only just a rotten cold, but they can make you feel pretty lousy as well. And I'm getting back into I'm just trying to connect a bit more with things that make me feel peaceful, and that is one of those things that makes me feel incredibly peaceful. So I reflect for a little while. Then I do my affirmations, and I have a long list of affirmations. Some of them I use more than others at different stages of my life. Again, it depends where I'm at with my business, where I'm at with my mental health, where I'm at with my relationships. And so I will choose probably 5 affirmations, and I will just read them, and I'll get into what it says. So I'm just not reading it. I'm trying to imagine how it feels in my body, because affirmations, to be done successfully, you need to be affirming that you're there at that point in life already. So I literally try and breathe in that affirmation and experience it, and I find they really, really work. I mean, I'm very spiritual. I have very deep spiritual beliefs, affirmations I can understand why people are skeptical about them. I was skeptical, and I still am, except for they do work. So that's why I include them every day. If you guys ever wanted my list of affirmations, they work for me. If you're short of a few ideas, then just send me a comment or a private message, and I will send you the list of affirmations. And again, they cover all sorts of things: personal, financial, business, confidence, that sort of thing. So, if you want that, just let me know and I'll send the list to you. And then after I've done my affirmations, I find I'm in a really peaceful mindset. And that's when I make peace with my pieces. So we're all a little bit fragmented at times. I'm pretty fragmented at the moment, and I make peace with my fragments. I make peace with my pieces. I I accept the fact that certain things are in flux, and those are my for nows. So for now, things aren't going great, but that doesn't mean it's not going to improve in the future. So I don't spend an awful lot of time on this, but probably 5 minutes just reflecting on the things that, for me personally, I need to work on, and to give myself grace for just being human. And it's not allowing myself to get away with things that would hurt or injure people. I'm not that sort of person anyway. But it's more things that maybe I'm finding excuses to not progress further because they make me feel uncomfortable, and or I might have things that I need to organize in my personal life that I've not yet done, and I sort of give myself grace, but I also make myself aware of those, and I find giving myself peace for my pieces is incredibly powerful, and it sets me up with a really positive mindset. So that is another thing. I don't spend too long on that, but I do go over that every single day because I find it helps incredibly. I don't know if you guys have read the book Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. It's more of a sort of, I suppose, a productivity book. I find it incredibly useful when I'm trying to push my business forward even faster. Yeah, have you read Eat That Frog? It's such a cool book. But you can use it with your things in your personal life too. There might be that email that you have to send to somebody that you're just dreading, or it might be an email that you need to open from somebody that you're dreading reading. Work out on a daily basis what the worst thing is that you've got to get done on that one thing in that one day, and get it done. Because I promise you, the amount of energy we all waste trying to move around and work around not doing the thing that we really know we should do. And often it's not half as bad as we think it's going to be. And even if it's one of those things that actually makes your tummy turn because it makes you feel uncomfortable or it makes you worried, it probably needs dealing with sooner rather than later. So Eat That Frog. It is a fantastic book. It's one of my favourite books. I think it's full of information that's just so easy to use. But essentially, boiled down, it's just do the one thing that is the worst thing for you to do on that particular day. Get it done, and it frees up so much energy, and also you'll get a dopamine rush. It'll make you feel really, really positive because you've done it. It's just like, yes. And if it's something that scares you, it might be that then you can put into position a sort of set of actions that are going to help you work around that difficulty. But by ignoring it, it's not going to go away. So absolutely fabulous book. After that, I'm pretty psyched up, and if I'm stressing about that thing I need to eat or gobble, I then do my workout. I do my workout every single day. It's a non-negotiable. My workouts take about 20 to 30 minutes long. It blitzes everything, and that sets my brain and my body up for it gives me energy. It makes me more productive. It makes me more focused. It makes me feel stronger. It makes me think, yes, I can eat that frog, and darn it, I'm going to go and eat that frog. I have a shower after that. Again, it just helps wash away any anxieties or things I might be having. Then I have a daily shake. Again, that's full of essential vitamins and minerals and adaptogen herbs and pre and probiotics. It supports my mental health and my physical health. The adaptogen herbs, I keep researching these things at the moment because it's just absolutely fascinating. But they do support your mental health. They support your endurance, your levels of energy. They help you produce serotonin, which is obviously a feel-good hormone. They just work really, really well. So I always have my daily shake. It does vary in flavour, but something I have as an absolute non-negotiable. And then sometimes in the day later, I'll have a second shake because it just gives me that long-lasting energy. And I tend to eat most of my food in the evening. Which is where I am. I'm not a great big breakfast person, and I'm not a great big lunch person either. So sometimes I'll have a light breakfast, then I'll have my shake at lunch. It depends what I need at that time. I find they're filling and they're really refreshing, and it's a really nice way to start the day. Then after that, I'm getting ready for my business day to start, and I read something inspiring or motivating. So again, it depends where I'm at in my life. The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks is a great book. The Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Ask and It Is Given by Jerry and Esther Hicks. I might read a poem by, what's her name, Rupi Kapoor. I love some of the stuff that she writes. The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday is a lovely book. That appeals to quite a few of my male clients, actually. Just little passages. What was the Robin Sharma one? Oh, Daily Inspiration, a book by Robin Sharma called Daily Inspiration. There are so many books out there that might just be, they might be a continuous book, or they might just be small passages and excerpts that you can use to just elevate your mindset again. I think if you've spent focused time on your mindset and on your body every morning, then you're just going to become more productive and more positive throughout the course of the day. And I just think it's time really, really well invested. Now, again, like I say, you may not have the need for all the things that I include in my morning routine. You may not have time for all the things that I include. Having said that, I think it's time worth investing. And if I know I need to get up at 4 in the morning to get it done, then I just go to bed earlier. I might be in bed by 8:30, 9 o'clock. And if I'm not really tired at that time, I'll listen to a guided meditation. I also read in bed at night time. I read personal development. So I might do a little bit of reading and then do some guided meditation. Generally, I'm off like a baby. And then come 4:30, if I have to get up early, I actually don't feel tired. I'm ready to start my day. I've got my morning routine, and it's something that I really enjoy. And it's having that foundation and that framework, and just those few things to do regularly. And I'll note these down in the comments for this video as well, so that you can see what I do and in the order that I do it. Again, you might need to change it, and some things might not be important to you like they are to me. But for somebody who I have a heck of a lot on my plate on a daily basis, and it just sets me up for success. And it sets me up, most importantly, for a positive brain, positive mindset. I think when we are struggling with our mental health, for whatever reasons, that then has a negative impact on every other aspect of our lives. If you can do something that helps elevate how you're feeling and how you're looking at the world in the morning when you've woken up, then you just seem to be more productive through the day. So anyway, I hope that helps. I will share that now. And if you want the list of affirmations that I use, just send me a message. I will, in fact, I've got an amazing book list. I mentioned a few there. If you want the book list that I recommend to my coaches and to some of my clients, my psychotherapy clients, it's all pretty much the same sort of stuff. Again, either leave me a comment or send me a private message, and I'll send you the list of books that I read. I've read them all. I would never recommend something I haven't read before. And there's a wide range, actually, because it's a bit like music. I love all sorts of different music. I love tribal music. I love classical. I love rock. I love a bit of pop. I just love all sorts of different things. And so, sometimes it's just nice to have a list of books that, you may not have thought of those, but they might just appeal to you. So that's it. That's all I have for you. And I'm apologising that my Wellness Tips for You Wednesday was on Thursday. But as I said, I was driving all day yesterday and I'm catching up today. So next Wednesday, we should be on schedule. So, and also, if you've got anything you want me to cover in Wellness Tips for You next Wednesday, leave me a comment or send me a private message, and I'll make sure to tag you when I do it so that you don't miss it. Okay? Mwah! Have a fabulous day, guys.